Welcome to Adulting Now What podcast, where we talk about love, mental health, relationships, Christianity, and everything in between adulthood.
Back to yourself or having to restract. Hello, adults. Welcome to season 2 of Adulting Now What podcast. I know I've been gone for quite a long time, but we're back, and this time we're back to video podcasting because why not? Why not? And I know, guys, like for the past, I think the last time we did an episode was in May. Oh my god, that's quite a long time. But I decided to take a break so that I can re strategize, get a hitch of things and try to also understand myself better. Because as we say, mental health begins with you. So it's very important for you. Do you feel like things are quite overwhelming? It's okay for you to take a break because you don't need to pressure yourself and try to give, and you ain't receiving back. So having to give back to yourself or having to re-strategize, it's very important for you so you don't lose, you don't lose your flow and you don't lose why you even decided to start what you started. Yeah. So in season 2, I hope it brings forth fruitfulness. I hope we will have some guests in this platform. I hope we will share more ideas, and learn and unlearn. As we say, adulting doesn't get, we never have to have it all, to have everything figured out. So in this video podcasting, we'll still figure some things out. We'll still weigh what works and what doesn't work. So I hope in this season, and we will learn as much as possible, and you as my audience will support me. Yeah. So to start us off today, I want us to talk about a topic that I've been thinking for quite some time, that have been gone, and I want us to talk about it's okay to to have those imperfections. So it's okay if you embrace your imperfections. Imagine this, guys. You have a friend who invested in the, let's say, the forex things, the Bitcoin thing, yeah, because it brings money, yeah. The motive is pure. This thing brings money. So your friend invests in around, let's say, 100 G's. Then all of a sudden, the business collapse or whatever happens with that Bitcoin thing, yeah, it collapses, and your friend loses money. So you as a friend, what do? You want to make this person feel better. You want to empathize with this person. You want to make them feel like, oh, it wasn't your fault. It was bound to happen. Like how we encourage our friends when something is going through. Let me tell you guys, I've made financial some very bad decisions, and child, didn't I beat myself to it? But now imagine if this friend of yours, you started telling them that, oh, why did you do that? Oh, what was the reason for it? Why didn't you research more so as you can't lose the money? That will make this person feel feel they don't deserve you as a friend, right? And it will make them feel low, right? And that's what happens in the same case or in the same scenario when it's our time. Imagine if you yourself, you're the one who invested in that Bitcoin thing and then it just fails. What do we do? Oh, why didn't I research? Oh, I could have just put less money. Oh, why am I always like this? Oh, why am I just rational? Oh, why can't I make a decision? We beat ourselves to it. We don't give ourselves the same love that we give other people. We try to radiate that love to other people, but we don't radiate it back to ourselves. We don't make ourselves feel like it's a mistake. We don't embrace our mistakes. Do you know, guys, that those imperfections at times, it's the beauty of life. You learn and unlearn very many things, and if every time there is a mistake you beat yourself to it, child, you have a long way to go to get into depression. And I don't think that's what we want for ourselves. We want every time that when we make mistakes, because no one makes a mistake knowingly, guys, no one. Like, things are bound to happen, so we don't beat ourselves from it. But I'm not saying that we don't learn from our mistakes. Of course, we learn and we look for better strategies to cope with our issues. So it's quite disheartening to see that these pressures that we impose in ourselves, they make us feel so angry, they make us be people that we're not, they make us struggle too much, they make us not see the beauty of life because we're trying to be like other people, or we're trying to do whatever other people are doing that's not us. So it takes us away from our authentic self, and that becomes quite unhealthy. So I hope that we all learn to embrace ourselves and embrace our flaws in a more positive way. And also, as we practice compassion to other people, we be our own best friends, so as we can radiate the same love to other people. To embrace imperfection, the first thing you have to understand is perfection is an illusion, and perfection is learned every day. And perfection is not something that you get to learn today. It's not something you just wake up and voila, you're perfect. No, it's something that we try to learn every day, and it's harder than it looks. But embracing our flaws and working on our flaws step by step, it's the perfect way of trying to navigate adulting hurdles. You don't have to feel bad at you because your relationships don't last or something. Maybe it's because you just haven't found your prince charming well, or maybe it's because you're doing it at the wrong time, or rather in the wait, guys, do dating have seasons? Do it? I don't know. I just thought about that. If dating have seasons, do you want to tell me that people who haven't dated for quite some time, they're not in the right season? It's not funny, but anyway, I'm thinking out loud. These are my impulsive thoughts taking the way. Anyways, as I was saying, some imperfections, the moment you realize your imperfections and you start recognizing them as strengths, it will easen up your adulthood, and also it will help us become stronger, and those strengths that we have within us, deep within us, will make us achieve more. If we decide to treat ourselves in a more compassionate way, like the way we treat our friends when they need us, like be your own best friend. The moment you love your self image, you start treating your inner wounds, you start healing your inner child and giving your inner child attention. That's when you'll start seeing perfection as an illusion. That's when you'll start seeing, like, oh, so it doesn't have to take me to climb Mount Kenya so as to be perfect. You'll stop fighting perfectionism, and you'll start recognizing your strengths. You start using that time to practice more self-image. What do you love doing? Is it crocheting? Is it riding bikes? Like for me, I know I don't know how to ride a bike, so I wouldn't be in a space where people know how to ride bikes, and then I start feeling bad because I don't know how to ride a bike. Come on. So you have to recognize what works for you and what doesn't. You have to be in a circle that embraces your perfectionism. Your imperfections. You have to be in a circle with the people you interact with. We say we feed our mind. We should feed our mind with positivity. So if deep within you ooze positivity, it will start reflecting in your life. It will start reflecting on how you talk, how you address issues, how you pinpoint issues to others, how you embrace other people. Why? Because you deep down you've done your work. You've done the self-talk. You've rebuilt yourself. And we say that self-talking, or rather building yourself, again, it doesn't take it isn't a destination, it's a journey. So we have to embrace our imperfections and understand ourselves more, and take a day at a time. So this week's note to self is, I'm going to love myself more. I'm going to be my own best friend. As I radiate the same love and the same energy to other people, I have to have given it to myself first. So I hope, dear adults, life is a step and not a sprint. So thank you so much for listening to this episode, and also watching it from on YouTube, yeah? watching it and also listening it from Spotify or at Google Podcast. I hope it was enlightening and I hope it made you to be a better adult. So don't forget to share, rate, and subscribe this video to see more of these videos. So until next time, bye.